Is it possible for you to shut the fuck up for 10 seconds?
Yo, so I'm MR.ERB. Used to go by Havoc the Clown. Kinda in the middle of a name transition right now. And I'm doing it for myself personally and for everybody else as well. I'm kind of just out here doing my own thing now. And MR.ERB represents me and myself. It actually stands for my initials. A lot of people don't know that, but a lot of people will know that now. It stands for Edwin Robert Banning, though. That's the ERB. So one of the homies told me that I should go by my actual real name for my rap stuff now that I'm going through a positive life change and I'm starting to evolve more. So he said that changing my name up would actually start showing that. And it has been, man. A lot of people are actually responding in a positive manner, so I've been really enjoying it so far. I'm from a little town on the Colville Indian Reservation called Inchalum, Washington. Born and raised there. I've been there literally my whole life. I just recently moved out to Spokane here. I guess not recently, but I've been out here for about a good 10 years now. And it's been a fun ride so far. That's for sure. Just to say that. I started rapping because back home when I was growing up, there wasn't much people on the reservation that was actually doing music. There was a good couple groups that were doing music, and they were pretty well known, for sure. But where I was at in Inchalum, there was no MCs coming out of there at the time anyways. There was a couple people that were DJing and stuff like that that I know of. But other than that, we're just always freestyling at parties, just having fun all the time. And then one of the homies, I'm pretty sure it was the homie Mitchell Signer, was like, man, that's really dope. You should get on there and you should record with some of that, man. So every one of the homies was feeling the same vibe. So man, the homie fucking Jake Warren, he went and got a laptop for us, a program on his laptop. He might even just had the laptop but just got the program for us. But I was rapping with this cat Ezra Goodman back then, and we started off right in that dude's room, man, right in Jake Warren's bedroom. That was the very first song that I ever recorded. It was straight off the laptop. It was cool, man. It was really cool. So much love to all the homies, that's for sure. Yeah, actually I do, man. I got a few different people that I look up to that inspire me quite a bit. Some of them are in the hip hop industry and some aren't. When I was growing up, like for the music thing, I was always inspired by Eazy-E and Bone Thugs, Cypress Hill. And then when I was getting up into more of the teen years, it started becoming like Cottonmouth Kings, and Head PE, and ICP, and you know, Anybody Killer, and all these dudes like that I was kind of looking up to at the time, that was giving me inspiration. In Tech 9, of course, to just want to blossom out and to be my own individual through the music scene. And then as I started getting older, man, like now that I'm on this other step to my journey now, you know, I got a couple other people that I consider like positive mentors, I guess, you know, and they're definitely helping me keep my journey going to the fullest. My first song, man, my very first song was just called Red Shit, and that was just me freestyling. I ended up recording it onto an MP3 player actually at first, and then we ended up duplicating it from the computer and just mass producing it out from there. But my first hit song was called You're a Dork, actually. And one of the homegirls was on that song that ain't around anymore. And it was a really good fucking song. It made it quite far, actually. It made it all the way to Cali, Alaska. all that. But that was the first hit song, and it actually made me want to do music and keep it popping, you know what I mean? Start rolling. Right, so I met up with Jesse B-Dog through Ashtray Studios. Actually, originally, I think me and him talked on MySpace, which is weird because I think we hit each other up on MySpace, and then eventually it became down to where my old lady's brother came over, and he was sitting there, we were smoking on a blunt, and he's like, when are you gonna get into the studio, man? He's like, when are you gonna get in the studio? And his homeboy, I can't remember his name at the time, I think it was like Troy or something. But he's like, yeah, dude, I know this dude right now. I call him right now, and he gives him a call. Lo and behold, it's Jesse B-Dog, man. Cat's at Walmart, and he's like, yeah, man, just come by tomorrow, and we'll get you set up. So I came by. Boom, we got everything going, man. Came down with some weed. We ended up just rolling a bunch of blunts and just getting down, man. Cut out Tales from the Gunny Sack, which ended up being a really good album, man. We ended up selling quite a few copies of that, actually, and there was some pretty good songs on there that a lot of people liked. Every time I performed them, the crowds would just get jumping, you know. We were having lots of good time. And then in between there, I released a little mixtape. Not a lot of people heard it, man, because we've only released, I think it was only like 50 copies or something like that, but it was called the Fill the Broken Dreams Volume 1, which I do have plans here soon to make a volume 2. Just FYI, that's coming really soon. And anyways, from there we did another one called Blunt Raps and Fat Sacks. That was a pretty good one. That was pretty much my stoner EP, just a lot of laid back stoner music, you know, nothing too big. And then my last one that I did, my last official album was called The Resin Brand, and man, that was like in 2015, right? So ever since then, I've just been kind of doing these solo projects for underground hustling, and I've just been doing that because that's like a worldwide outlet right there, right? So Will Glass is a really good dude, so he works with artists spot on. He's really good dude, so he's been helping me out a lot, actually helping me get my name out there. And I've been working with those a lot, and I was doing that through the Havoc the Clown name that whole time. And just recently, you know, because everything just kind of started slowing down and everything, and I was out there just doing shows and not really focusing on building myself at the time. I was just focusing on the now and not the future. So I went in and like I was saying before, you know, I changed my name to MR.ERB. And you know, like I was saying, it's just all nothing but the future now, and we're working on a new mixtape, or actually it's an album, it's a full album, and it's called Rise and Grind, and that's gonna be released here very soon. I'm also focusing on trying to get more content out, more video content, just trying to get more out there for the people this time around, because I feel like with the Havoc the Clown stuff, I wasn't doing enough like I should have been. I just felt like I was just more closed-minded. I wasn't listening to people's opinions. I wasn't taking it in, you know. So now we're just trying to focus on getting more content out there. I'm trying to focus on building my Instagram up. I just started a new music page for Facebook. If you go give it a like, whatever, show some support. Much love altogether. I'm just trying to do my thing, man. I'm just really just trying to, it's all about the people now. So, you know, I'm just trying to get back as positive as I can. And I'm also been working, other than music, I've been working on this Battle Axe Global movement here in Spokane, Washington. We have a chapter going on. Shout out to all Battle Axe Global worldwide. Battle Axe Warriors at whole. Much love, brothers. We're trying to build like a positive movement, you know. We're actually out here trying to help people in a sense, man. Like you know, that's all we want to do, and we just want to keep the name pushing with a positive direction, and just let people know that, hey, man, you know, we're artists of all forms, and you know, we're just out here, man. We're just grinding. In the next 2 to 5 years, man, you know, that's a big question to ask sometimes, you know what I mean? Because, you know, where are we all going to be at in 2 to 5 years? You know, that's something to think about. Where are you going to be at in 2 to 5 years, you know, on some real. But, like, where I want to be at is just with my family, doing music, just riding it out, you know, whatever happens, you know, if we stay independent to the fullest, so we're underground for life, baby, you know, so if we have to ride this out till the wheels fall off, we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna fucking walk the rest of the way, you know what I mean? So that's kind of where I see myself in the future, just pushing and grinding and just not giving up, you know what I mean? Yeah, well, my city, the town I'm from is really small, you know. It's just all about just being humble, baby. Just, you know, just keeping it plain and simple, you know what I mean? Just trying to be really humble, keeping it positive, not being too big-headed, just keeping the cool, man. Just make sure when you go out to do a show, you know, you're practicing before the show and you're not just getting out there and then you're stumbling your lines up and stuff, because I've done it, you know, we've all done it, and it's the starting artist, you know, everyone's done it, you know. So it's just keeping that cool, man, and just letting it ride. Just knowing where you're at and just knowing that no matter what music you're doing, you're worth more than you think you are. That's a big step, man. That's a big thing to remember, is don't ever let anyone shoot you down, man, you know, because there's haters out there all over the place, but we turn those haters into motivators. And man, that's, you know, that's really it, man. Just from one artist to another, one struggling fucking hip-hop artist to another, man. Just keeping it modest and keeping that fucking, that head cool, that temperature rolling smooth, man. Because, you know, I've been in some situations where I was super negative and I shouldn't have been, and it kind of ruined some chances for me. You know, so it's all about the positivity. That's the key to the future. The modern rap scene, I dig it, man. You know, like, what's there not to dig, though? You know, because there's a lot of new, fresh ideas out there, you know. Not all of it's good, not all of my stuff's good, but, you know, there's a lot of creativity that's coming out now, and a lot more people are starting to actually show what they're capable of in a certain sense, you know. So we're actually getting a lot of stuff, and especially with this COVID going on, with this whole year of people being in the studio and locked down, and everyone about to be releasing music and all these new projects and all the new shows and everything about to be coming out, you know. It's exciting, and I can't wait to see what everyone's got, man. You know, I really can't wait, because it's gonna be like I said, it's very exciting just to see the growth, you know. And you know, the old school, it is what it is, man. You know, that's what paved the way for all of us. You know, we all got to pay homage, whether we like it or not, to the old school. You know what I'm saying? So that's obviously that's what I be bumping most of the time. But I still listen to a lot of this shit from the new age, man. You know, a lot of this shit slaps, man. Rap beef sometimes, man, you know, it happens. Sometimes you don't want it to, sometimes it just rides out, man, you know. And right now, personally, no, I don't have any rap beef. I don't have beef with anybody right now, man, you know. I'm just, because like I was saying before, you know, it's just all about keeping it humble, man, just keeping it positive and keeping it flowing, you know what I'm saying? Like, there ain't really nothing to beef about, you know. Everyone's doing their thing. Everyone just keeps, you know, doing you. I'm gonna keep doing me. We just keep on doing our fucking thing, man, you know, and everyone's just gonna all flow together, and we're all gonna, you know, everyone's gonna end up riding together here soon, man. So, like, if there is beefs out there, you know, maybe, like, look into it. Is it pointless? Is it worth it? If it's worth it, whatever. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, sometimes it's just worth a blunt and a sit down, you know? And that can squash a lot of fucking things. Yeah, actually, I do. Right now, actually, I'm in the process of this video, Pop It Off. Got a couple guest cameos in there. Jesse B-Dog's filming it. And then here with the new album drop, I got a couple singles on there as well that I have a couple dope ideas for some music videos, some stuff that I got planned for back home where I'm from, some other places. I don't want to give too much away, you know what I mean, but just know that I do got stuff in the works, and I got some good ideas, man. It should be dope. I hope everybody enjoys it, that's for sure. The challenges I see in the future, just kind of with the artists, with this show thing, you know, I'm just kind of hoping that soon that we're actually able to start doing shows, and that'll open up tour opportunities and all that stuff. Other than that, man, just like besides like myself, you know, everyone's got their inner demons sometimes that challenges them with the motivation and all that, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's just we just gotta deal with it, you know. But that's really the main challenges that I kind of foresee for myself, man, is just the keeping them motivated, keeping it pushing, keeping it grinding, and just hopefully these shows open up, man. Like, we all gotta get out there and do shows. I'd imagine every single artist out there in the whole world right now is itching to get out there on that stage, you know what I mean? I can guarantee it. It can, man. It definitely can. It's not just easy ride, you know what I mean? If you're not hustling and grinding, you know, you're not surviving. But that's just in life in general, you know what I mean? Like, life in general isn't really easy, you know. It's just like, if you know, you gotta be doing something all the time, because you know you gotta make sure that shit's stable, you know. If everything's not stable, if it's not balanced, you know, the wheel's off, then you're gonna wobble, you know. And you gotta kind of grease that wheel or whatever, fix that tire till it rolls smooth, you know what I mean? And it's definitely been a challenge, man, for me, especially you know, coming up from the res with nothing really, from, you know, out there slanging and doing whatever I was doing, and then, you know, trying to go from that to stop that to go into just doing music and just pushing a 9 to 5. You know, sometimes there's a little bit of a whatever struggle up in there, man, but you know, it's the real ones that make it, and it's what makes or breaks us, man, and it shows in the character for sure, you know. Well, that's kind of a hard one, man. I'd say yes and no. I would say it's just mostly just how you promote yourself, you know, just the way you keep it grinding, you know. The internet, social media nowadays is definitely a huge key. So I mean, you could be in like the middle of nowhere, but if you got your social media game and your promotion game on point, you know, you could be picking up numbers pretty quick, you know what I'm saying? So like, but then again as well, like being in a big city, you got more opportunities for more venues and more people as a whole, to where you can even go out and, like how we used to call it back in the day, you know what I'm saying, like hand-to-hand combat, where you're like out there and you're like handing out CDs personally, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know with the COVID thing it's a little sketchy, people wearing the mask and you're trying to approach them trying to sell CDs and stuff, but I mean, you know, that's definitely, you know, that's definitely right there. That's definitely everything, man. You know, like rap, hip hop, it's lifestyles, man. Like, you got cats that aren't even MCs that are out here that are living the hip hop lifestyle, you know what I mean? Some of them are even graffiti artists, you know. Some of them are just regular canvas artists, you know. But they're living the lifestyle, man, and it's a lifestyle, once again, like I was saying before, that we got to pay homage to those OG cats that put it out there to even get the platform available for us, man. Like, you know, there's a lot of those dudes, the big name artists, that went through a lot to even make sure that us little guys are being heard, you know. And I don't think a lot of people take that into context, you know. A lot of people are out here, you know, I've been hearing it, seeing it, whatever, about people like trying to slander some of the old school artists, man. Like, yeah, okay, some of their styles may not have been for you per se, I get that, because, you know, I don't like everybody either. I'm not saying you gotta like everybody from the old school, you know, you gotta do this and that. No, I ain't saying that. What I'm saying though is, like, you know, we just as a whole, as a generation, sure, you know, we gotta give it some respect, man, because, you know what I'm saying, if it wasn't for them, like, I wouldn't even have been able to put my voice out there like that. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be doing this interview right now, you know? Like, it just wouldn't be like that, because everything, how the government was trying to do it back in the day, you know, they was trying to silence all this. They was trying to make it to where none of us in the underground was heard, you know? So that's a big thing to me. That's why it means everything to me, because it's like a right to freedom, man, you know? Like, we're poets of the underground, and we're just putting our poetry to wax, man, and just letting other people hear it, you know? That's why some people vibe with this, some people don't, man, because you're not picking up every poem that you see and you're like, oh, that's the greatest poem ever, you know? But you are respecting the integrity of the art itself as the poetry, though, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, like I was saying, we got a lot coming out. We got a lot that I want to be doing. I just want to give a couple shout outs to, you know, shout out to Dogtown Killing Machine, first of all, you know. Shout out to my brothers at Spokane Battle Axe. Shout out to Battle Axe Global. Shout out to Jesse B Dog, Ashtray Studios, you know what I mean? You know, everything that we're doing from here on out, man, it's going to be on a different movement from the Havoc the Clown stuff. I just want to just make that just like an official statement, because I know a lot of people, they're hearing that I'm changing my name and I'm doing all this and that, but, you know, a lot of people are still thinking, oh, he's going to still be doing that same style of erratic style, wild hip-hop, you know. And some of it might be, you know, but a lot of it, you know, I've been sharpening the tools a lot more, man. You know, everything's a lot more on point, everything's a lot more on beat, everything's a lot more stable in the recording area. I'm taking more time with it. I'm actually, you know, from here on out, I'm hoping that everything goes a lot more smooth, 100%. That's pretty much everything, man, you know what I mean? Do you got any more questions or anything like that? Anything else you want to add in there, man? Anything sporadic, anything you want to know real fast while we're on camera? Man, the most embarrassing thing that I've ever done? I would have to say it was, I was all moonshine drunk one time, and I was at this funeral party, and I tried climbing up on this like little piece of machinery, and I was like all drunk, like, yeah, I'm gonna backflip off this, and everyone's like, shut the fuck up, you ain't gonna do it, and I was like, no, for real, watch this. So I was like, fucking slam my beer, right? I was gonna get down and I was gonna, you know, whatever. So I go to slam my beer and I actually slipped. So I was like, oh, and I was gonna fall anyways, right? So I just put everything into it and tried to do a backflip. And I just kind of like did this little side thing. Boom, just kind of landed straight on the ground, busted my fucking nose up, man. All that good noise. Everyone's all laughing at me. But, you know, it was just a party out there on the res, you know what I mean? So I just jumped up, just fucking made sure my nose was alright, you know, threw a little bit of tape on it. We just partied out through the night.